Hello and welcome to episode 599 of the Daily Sales Message Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. Now, in today's episode, we're focusing on one-star reviews, the importance of one-star reviews. And this is a fascinating thing. So as a buyer, and I know I'm not alone here, some of you are going to disagree with me on this, but I know a lot of you are going to agree with me on this. As a buyer, I look at if we imagine Amazon, for example, the number of reviews, we want the biggest number possible, the star rating, and we want the biggest average number possible. And then once I've chosen something, I will actually look at the reviews, but look at the one-star reviews. I will actively look at the poor reviews for a product. Why will I do that? There's a couple of reasons, but it comes down to risk mitigation. Because if there's one-star reviews for that product or service, that is your shortcut to knowing what could go wrong with it. And if you know what could go wrong, you're covering your own risk. And sometimes you'll look at things and the one-star review is, oh, they delivered it over my fence and my dog chewed the box and blah, blah, blah. So it's not really relevant to the product or service that's being delivered. It's relevant to the customer. So we can kind of discount those things. And if they're mostly those things, tells you it's probably a safe buy. But some of them might say, well, it was all right, but blah, 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 this and that and the other. And you can make an educated guess, an educated decision about whether or not you want to buy something in the off chance that that might happen or not. But lots of people check one-star reviews, and it's all about mitigation of risk. So for your own business, product or service, if you get one-star reviews or low reviews, as long as they're not just filled with hatred, hopefully they're not, don't worry too much, because ironically, they can be a really good thing for you because it can help to illuminate, well, two reasons. It can help to illuminate for buyers what's good and what's bad about your offering, and they can make a better decision. But secondly, it might actually identify places where you're going wrong, and you can improve. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're not going to be 5 stars and perfect out the gate every single time. It's just not possible. So next time you get a 1-star review, don't panic. It's actually, in a weird way, it's a conversion tool, because some people will read that 1-star review, understand the level of risk they're getting into, and make a decision to buy or not buy on the basis of that. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. Hopefully you checked my logic there. Hopefully you're with me on that one. Tomorrow, in episode 600, we're going to be talking about how to sell like a dentist. How to sell like a dentist. And there's a couple of things they do in particular when they're not yanking your teeth out and charging you millions of pounds that you should and could adopt in your own business that will help you to sell more stuff and be more professional too. That's it for this one. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. If you haven't already, please hit the like or subscribe or share button so we can tell the algorithmic gods and the people at Spotify and YouTube and all those places that at least 2 or 3 people watch and listen to the podcast. That's it for this one. I'll see you tomorrow.